This is micro adventure from 100 billion UTC thing. So it has been 4 hours already. The sun is beating down mercilessly, and the rock I sit down is close to searing hot. Looks like Korea won't show up anytime soon. There go my last chance to leave plateau nice and easy. So I climb down. I stand near the rocks I have been sitting on not that long ago. In the distance, a road can be seen snaking between dunes. Heading towards road, okay. Winding road half buried in sand is stretching from one horizon to another. If memory serves, it leads from a fortified junkyard to crossroads. Let's go to crossroad. I want to go crossroad. The road from fortified junkyard continues off in the distance, with crossroad sides barely visible behind sands. Abandoned and decrepit house is located to the side of the road. Go to the crossroad, pussy. 4 roads meet here, at a point nicely signposted by a bunch of dead grass and plethora of road signs of varying usefulness, pointing in all sorts of directions, barring those of roads. Okay, let's go to Antlion Valley. Kill me. The way forward is barred by supremely annoyed Antlion guards who continues to shake its head and emit low threatening growls. Kill this! With what? My bare hand? Yes, yes. The Antlion Guardian goes down in the second round and hits the ground. Sand with a dual sword. That's a knockout. Damn, my bare hand. This road leads straight through the Antlion Valley. While the curious bugs peek out every now and then, they don't show much courage after such demonstration of hands-on fisticuffs experience. They don't get themselves killed. Sound of speech and laughter escapes building with a glowing sign that reads bar code. That's probably the city's bar on plateau, and the only one. A road leading back to End Valley ends here. Go to a bar. No matter how many times I visit, this place still looks deceptively small from outside. A short hooded figure with bright ribbons sits alone at closest table. Must be another junkyard emissary. Let's go deeper into the bar. It gets hazy this deep in bar. I can't make out a small statuette surrounded by buckets, a courier hunched over 40 Antlion guardians. In the back corner, staring a fruit cocktail and rubbing hurting mandibles. I can ask courier some question. I barely can make out anything from courier's elaborate babble, but from the look of things, the parcel was stolen from him when he climbed down plateau. That's just swell. Let's go approach statuette. The garden gnome statue seems motionless. That somehow it inexplicably consumes an entire bucket of cheap alcohol. The flow of beverage suddenly stops and I feel how it gazes at me intensely with cold, unblinking glare. The gnome is so scary. It's okay, nothing in the bar. Let's go approach Junkyard Emissary. Junkyard Emissary sits at his table, sipping something rancid from metal cups and eyeing the deck of cards on the table. A second seat across Emissary is not taken. Let's play Joker. Several hands later, Emissary is in depth so deep it makes Mariana Trench look like a puddle. Poor sucker should have invested in PhD or at least probability theory textbook. I point to his ribbon and explain that I need one of these. After some deliberation, he pulls out an honorary guest ribbon and tells me that with it, I will be allowed inside the fortified junkyard. Let's talk to bartender. Like the usual, bartender asks as he snags the bottles from the stand with habitual finesse but stopping. Any new faces? Only some career kid grab himself a 40 and being quite stinks. I just talk to a career. Yeah, nothing cool. Let's go out. Go back to Antlion Valley again. Okay, back to a crossroad. Okay, let's go to radar dish array. I stand beside the long building above which perches an array of immersed radio telescopes. Number of those telescopes is in visible disrepair. Strange buzz permeates the premises, apparently originating from building itself. Go inside the building. Inside buzz picks up in the power. Apparently the telescopes are still in use. Engineers quietly argue over some papers covered in arcane formulae. Aaron's table is near a far wall. There's workbench to the right. As you're still here on port 2, the next things didn't go as planned. I explained that delivery didn't reach me. Stolen. Likely I have to go lock every trash container to keep junkers grabbing mitts from my stuff, sneaky bastard. Okay, let's go towards the workbench. A tool lineup hangs on the wall, but a big chunk of tools is missing. Above the lineup there is a sledgehammer with faint label for fine-tuning on the handle. The workbench itself looks like it has seen better times. Nothing in the building. Let's go to the behind the radar building. Behind the building, tucked away between wall and the cliff, stands what appears to be industrial refuse container. Seriousness of this overgrown trash can is stressed by a small padlock preventing access. Okay, go back to a crossroad. Let's go to fortified junkyard. Oh wait, let's go to a chasm first. This road leads from crossroads straight to a chasm. I can catch a glint of metal bunker door in the cliff to the left of the road. Chasm. The road terminates in steep chasm. There was a way down, but it ceased to exist after someone decided to hold post-Pogo deathmatch tournament there. Well, prime reasons we're stuck on this plateau, really. This part of the cliff would be otherwise unremarkable if not for a narrow bunker door hiding between rocks, rusty enough to pass for rock. The keycard slot indicator blinks with green every now and then. Let's go to bunker door. The narrow bunker door is covered in rust and dust, but the card reader nearby still shows signs of life. The keycard is the only way in, but I already know that. Let's go find the keycard. So let's go to fortified junkyard. Let's go to old house first. Abandoned wooden house presents unwelcome sight with bare bar door and sharp splinters. The wood was once painted red but has been some bleached since then. The front door is adorned with large padlock. There's padlock everywhere. I start from pile of rocks. Okay, cool. Let's go to a junkyard. Fortified junkyard's wall welcomed me with front gate open wide, gaping like a shark maw, menacing with sharp metal. Looks like I'm an honorary guest now. Okay, so it would be different text if I didn't get the honorary ribbon or something. Let's go along the wall first. As I make my way around the wall, I stumble upon crudely made bolt cutter. Do I take it? Take it? Let's hope its owner won't miss it. It's just a stumble crap. Crude making bolt cutter. One on the inside, the fortified junkyard has enormous garbage pit, with the entire city around it on metal struts and platforms. Putrid stenches. It's harder than a nightstick. Biggest and ugliest house got to be the Sultan's palace. Let's walk around before we go to the palace. I go on a sightseeing walk, but it appears that locals refuse to deal with outsiders, and the city itself is nothing but metal plastered on more metal. I guess I'll have to return to the main square empty-handed. Now this is junkyard. I enter Sultan's palace. Guards the honorary guest ribbon and let me in. The main room is long enough to run through an entire palace and has a giant moat in the middle filled with untold riches and garbage alike. At my side, Sultan leans over to the left and whispers something to one of his underlings. Underling steps forward and declares, Sultan would like to know how you obtained this ribbon. Oh. Let's just say I won't do poker, if I can do anything. One of the Sultan's servants takes me aside, explaining that Sultan can be forgetful due to considerable age, and further reminding him of this fact would be unwise. He commends me, saying it was so long ago that I myself can barely remember that, and so I do. So, well, I guess it will, whatever I choose, it will lead to that consequence anyway. Since Sultan is so old, I can see Sultan slowly nodding at my answer and focusing his attention elsewhere. It seems to have worked. Thank God. I suddenly noticed the statuette that was to deliver to me, lying amidst Sultan's treasure. Can I have a statuette? Sultan listens to my explanation, nods, but points out that he'd like to get something in exchange. What? I don't have anything to exchange, like, you see no one. I'm too distracting. Okay, so, yeah. So I circle around the wall, but I find that six is more sand than metal. Really nothing. No one's giving me stuff. So I have to have something in exchange for that Sultan. Let's see, I stand near the rock I've been sitting on not that long ago. In the distance, a road can be seen sneaking between dunes. So that crossroad it is. Oh, okay, now I can go inside now. Use the bolt cutter. This padlock is made from steel that this cutter cannot cut through. After several minutes of exertion, cutter barely scratched the lock. So, well, I guess we have to go to whatever place. You'll probably want to check out 45 junkyard for stolen goods if you can get inside, that is. Okay. Aaron didn't talk with me anything, just whatever. Cut a lock with bolt cutter. Yeah, here's another cut. The bolt cutter does its job and lock hits the ground, and there's nothing inside except small broken microscope. I know I'm annoyed by the result. I snagged the microscope as a consolation prize. We hope that Sultan King wants the garbage. Okay, let's just hope that. Giving a shiny microscope. Sultan is pleased with the exchange. His servant retrieves the statuette and gives it to me. Examining it, it appears to be intact, which means the keycard is safe inside. I need some tools to get it out though. Okay, so we're done with junkyard. Let's go back to the okay, wait. So I guess I want to see if hammer can break that. Okay, you can see, break the statuette. After considering sledgehammer for a minute, I break clay statuette with my hand. Not that I needed a workbench, but some confidence is always good. I grabbed the keycard to a bunker and tucked it away safely. So I really didn't use a sledgehammer. I just used my hand. So I got the keycard. Like, I guess we can go to the castle now. The narrow bunker door is covered in rust and dust, but the card reader nearby still shows sign of life. Thankfully, I do have keycard now. Long concrete corridors bathed in almost lemon yellow light from old humming lamps. One side ends in bunker door, and another leads to a brightly lit room. This room is brightly lit and full of various cargo. There is an elevator in the center of the room. Two rusty wheel-operated doors on opposite sides of walls and a tunnel leading to surface. What is this place? I entered the elevator and pressed down button. I just entered, sorry. This room is round and suspiciously empty. Only thing that interests our elevator a long tunnel that leads to exit. Its signs are to be believed. Let's go to exit door. This door is ought to lead to surface and off this damn plateau. I swipe the keycard, but only one instant doesn't open. Besides, the locking mechanism has rusted shut. Let's do this. How mechanisms actuate mechanically. Another amount of gentle kicks and careful smashes could move the locks. Looks like I'll need a gas burner to cut these locks. This large bunker door is the only thing separating me from freedom, and I even got a keycard. The rusted locks don't want to obey. I need a gas burner with hot enough flame to cut through this. Let's try the left door. Whoa, the metal wheel broke off completely. I'll just pretend it was like that when I got there. Okay, so the door will now rest against the wall as a monument to my sins. God, no matter how I try, the wheel won't budge. This place is crap. Go out through the bunker door. I don't need a gas burner. I really don't have anywhere to go right now. I don't know where to. Oh, let's ask Aaron if he got something cool. Okay, so yeah, I already do to the arguable results. I asked Aaron if he has a gas burner around. Well, I'd be happy to give it to you, but it was with the expedition I went out inside the old house. That was the last we heard of them. After a pause, it continues. After 4 weeks, I locked the front door with the strongest padlock I could find. Strangely enough, it keeps it at bay. I need that key. Damn, you're really sure? You think I'm going to change my mind? Think again. Okay, fine, just let me find it. With some effort, Aaron fishes the key out of the drawer and hands it to me. So I got the key now. Let's go back to the crossroads. Let's go towards fortified junkyard, this old house. Use the key here. After some fumbling, I successfully unlocked the bit padlock. The abandoned wooden house presents an unwelcome sight. What the hell this is? Okay, yeah, the front door is unlocked now. I am standing in the wall of in the hall of this house. Everything is covered in thick sheet of dust. Let's go to living room. Living room lacks any furniture. Wooden floor is covered with sheets of polyethylene. It's just some kind of plastic, or I don't care. Various small pieces of cardboard are lying on the floor. Go to the corridor. This long corridor goes along entirely of the house wall. Judging by wallpaper discoloration, there used to be paintings on the wall. Okay, there's nothing cool in corridor. Kitchen Kitchen is barely lit by light getting through barred windows. Furniture is mostly intact, including massive stove. I can see something written in permanent marker on one of the tiles. Okay, investigate writing. The writing on a ceramic tile simply states beyond. Beyond what? Okay, let's go back to the hall. There's nothing cool in corridor. As I said, bedroom. This bedroom doesn't contain anything but a bed and mattress strewn on the floor. All the furniture is absent. I want to see if Aaron can help us with this. We got key wants it so hard. Shit. Let's go to Endline Valley, I just don't know what to do. Okay, still play poker with him. Oh, okay. Like the usual? Okay. Just some things. There's nothing really changing here. Let's go back to 45 junkyard. I noticed the microscope I fished off of overgrown trash bin not so long ago, placed in what appears to be precisely the same place where the statue resided before exchange. No, nothing cool. I still need to find some other things. The burner. Wow, why is there a door? Wait, was this door here before? This corridor goes away in darkness. By my any account, it's considerably longer than the house. This corridor goes on forever. This corridor just keeps going, huh? I can see something light at the end of it. This dim-lit corridor goes along entirely of the house wall. Judging by the wallpaper, this color used to be painting on the wall. Okay. Kitchen is so dark, you can suspect glue to be hidden in fridge. Furniture is mostly intact, including massive stove. Living room is very dimly lit. Wooden floor is covered with sheets of polyethylene. What the hell? I can barely see figures on the floor. Investigate. It was remaining of the exploration team. Several desiccated corpses appears to be dead by dehydration. Every battery is dry as desert, but one of them has acetylene oxygen gas burner, which I take. Let's go back to the hall. This is really scary and leaving. By touch, I can deduce that pitch black bedroom doesn't contain anything but a bed and mattress strewn on the floor. All the furniture is absent. Can I leave? Okay, go toward the lit area. So, thank you. Because We can leave here now. Head outside. Why can't I head outside? Why am I still in that dark corridor? You see, I think something is wrong. Next time, because when I press head outside, it just brings me back to a bedroom. Okay, thank you. Thank you, I think we go back to the original house. What? You see, when I press right, it brings me to the kitchen. Kill me. Yeah, I think we're back to the original. Okay, thank you, we're back. God. Finally. So let's go to the crossroad, leaving that house alone. Head towards the door. Bunker door. The last bunker door is the only thing separating me from freedom, and I even got a keycard, but rusted locks don't want to obey. Guess what, door? Got just what doctor ordered. I cut the lock. After some cutting work, door gives up and starts moving. Wow, I didn't use hammer. It's like, old stuff. The old games, text-based game. Just cool. So, whole new content. If you guys like this episode, click the like button down below and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.